Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I'm your host, Rumboyz Robbie, aka the Admiral. Make sure that you guys go ahead, hit that like button. Go to spike that like for me. Throw us one of these. Hit that subscribe button as well here on our YouTube channel. And also dive off into the live chat and start dropping those takes. Let's get some debates going on. Let's talk about tonight's game. It is Rumday Night Pregame Football Live. And as always, I am joined by my very loyal and trustworthy esteemed co-host, ladies and gentlemen, Bogard Scott Free.
Hey, championship week, closing that thing out. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm trying to get this chip. I need a lot of help. I need some money. I need a Rumday Night miracle. I'm not even going front.
Yup.
But I feel it slipping away, and you know what? I'm not mad because it is what it is. You know what I mean? If I could take this down, it was destiny. If not, we moving forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a hell of a year, and I definitely want to put a bow on it with a title.
Nah, bro, same, man, same. I've won one championship already, so congrats. Yeah, we got one in the bag. We screwed that up yesterday. We have one on the line tonight, and it's about 15, 16 points. Maybe even like 10-point differential. It's super fucking close. Between me and my competitor. I'll still walk away winning some money, but definitely for sure.
I definitely got. I ain't gonna lie to you. When my opponent asked for the split, I was ecstatic about it because there were some racks. You know what I mean, each.
Yeah.
But I want that title. I
want the title.
I want the title, and this one's evaded me. This will be 3 years in a row I've lost this particular league. If I lose this one tonight. And it's like, bro, I'm just trying not to be the Buffalo Bills of the early '90s in this league.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly.
I just keep getting there and can't close.
Can't close.
I'm trying to close tonight, and ironically, I'm depending on some Bills.
Fucking Jim Kelly type shit. Some Dan Fouts type shit, bro. I feel it. I can get there. Dan Marino. I can get there, but getting one. That's the problem.
Hey, Marino only got to one chip too, huh?
Yeah.
Dang, that was his rookie year, so he chased that thing forever.
I mean, I have 3 rings. I'm trying to just get that fourth. I want that fourth one, man. I really want that fourth one.
In my time, I have 7 titles.
7 titles, nice.
In my time, yeah.
In my time as a podcaster, I'd have 3, but yeah. So pretty much 1 for each year. Really quick, I did drop a Twitter link in the chat. I need everybody that has a Twitter account to click that link and vote the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Okay? Listen, I know that there are a lot of channels that you guys love and a lot of channels that you guys like. There are even 2 channels in that category that are part of this, but I need you guys to vote. You can vote more than once, but vote Rumboyz by hitting that like button, hitting that comment on that tweet that I just sent. Comment Rumboyz, let them know. I'm trying to walk away with maybe 1 or 2 awards tomorrow.
Yeah, shit's gonna be lit.
Yeah, bro. I actually I believe that for that category. Let me double check. I think you actually might be announcing that one. Let me double check, dude.
Yeah, I'm announcing best YouTube podcast.
Yeah, you're actually announcing that one. So yeah, so super huge, super huge.
Are we waiting this thing all the way down to find out results, or are we have a time like as soon as the show starts?
You'll know who the winner is. You as a presenter, you will know. The fans will not know who the winner is. So yeah, the fans won't know until tomorrow night's Pandy Awards, tomorrow night's Fantasy Football Pandemic Awards. So it's going to be insane. Let's get ready for tonight's show. Let's go ahead and dive in. First things first, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rum boys and girls, what it do? Dilly, motherfucking Dilly, dog.
Mm-hmm. It's the last Rumday night of 2020. You know what I mean? This is dope, man.
Yeah. Well, is there Monday Night Football next week?
There is, but it's next year already.
Yeah, it'll be that. Yeah, so this is the last Rumday Night Football of the year, closing out 2020.
Oh, I don't think there's a Monday nighter next week.
Yeah, I was about to say because week
They
17
don't.
because they got to get
They
ready
don't.
for wild card weekend.
They don't have Monday nighters. Yeah, week 17. Yeah,
Yeah, so no
but we're gonna get some Saturday ball, I think, as usual, during this time of year, and then we'll get a jam packed Sunday slate. You know what I
yeah
mean?
the third. Yeah, the
Yeah.
third. Everything is on a Sunday for week 17. So week 17 Rum Zone,
Oh, so we
Rumboyz
don't
NFL
even have no
AM.
Saturday ball.
No,
Wow, so it's gonna be a full
full
slate
Sunday
Sunday.
slate. Yeah. Um. So yeah, I mean that's where we're at. Let's go ahead. First, talk to them about monkeyknifefight.com.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you want to get in on that 2021 action, Sunday slate,
Even
you know what I'm
tonight's
saying?
action.
Even tonight's action, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just, you want to hit them, you want to hit that new year, putting some cold hard cash in your pocket, head on over to monkeyknifefight.com, download the Monkey Knife Fight app, use promo code Rumboyz, we'll match your first deposit all the way up to 50 smackers. And that means you drop 10, you get dub, drop dub, get 40, drop to 50, and get a hundo. Get in on this daily fantasy prop action, this legal, legit daily fantasy sports action. And it's going down. Get in on the NFL while it lasts. NBA is in full force right now. You know what I mean? There's many more things you could, that you could
We
make
got
some money
college
on.
hoops. We got everything.
College, it's all there. Head on over to monkeyknifefight.com, download the app, use promo code RUMBOYS in all caps and no cap. You'll get matched all the way up to $50 and you'll be well on your way to winning some of that legit brand. Let's go.
Hell yeah. We are also live over on sportscaster.com and the Sportscaster app. Be sure to check us out over on sportscaster.com and the Sportscaster app on all Apple iOS devices. Also, if you are over on sportscaster.com, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube as well. Dilly, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's dive right into tonight's game. So Bills, Patriots, Football Power Index giving the Patriots a 41.2% chance. Of course, 58.5, pretty much 59% going to the Buffalo Bills. Bills favored -7. What are you thinking about tonight's game? I mean, the Bills have already clinched, so they don't need to play their starter.
They don't need to, but I think winning this game and next week is still imperative because like say they lose, they go 1-1, at these last two games, and the Steelers went out. The Steelers can get that second place. Granted,
Yeah.
if the Steelers, and it comes down to the Steelers and the Bills, because the Bills beat them, does that mean they would have to go to Buffalo? I'm not sure about that, but it's really imperative to still get the highest seed as possible so you could host a playoff game when you move to the next level. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you go to the divisional matchup. You know what I mean? Because there's only one team that everyone's playing wild card weekend.
Yeah.
Only the bye weeks, only the top seeds aren't. You know what I mean? So to get to the divisional level, say you're the Bills and you lose out. Say you lose out. You go 0-2 these last 2 weeks. The Steelers win out. If the Steelers and the Bills win their first matchup and the Bills have to meet the Steelers, they're going to Heinz Field. You know what I mean? So it's still imperative for playoff home field advantage as you go to the next round in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So I don't see them sitting too many people unless they win tonight. Then next week it becomes the thing where the Steelers, if they find out the Steelers aren't playing their starters, because the Steelers, they already locked up their division. So did the Bills. You know what I mean? But now it's a thing of record to get that second seed because right now the Bills are sitting in second right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the AFC. So I don't know. Maybe we see they put it on New England, and like they put it on them early. Then they start to sit their guys in the second half. I mean, we seen Tom Brady and the Bucks do that.
Do that, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was like, all right, we got this.
I feel like if you're Buffalo, so you know that joke that you made at the beginning of the show, right?
Right.
About and of course we made that joke from a fantasy football standpoint. about not finishing for if you're the Buffalo Bills. If you're the Buffalo Bills, you want to break your curse. Me, I am a fan of if you're cooking with gas, keep cooking with gas. Okay, don't lose steam, don't lose traction.
Yeah. Stay
Now,
hot. Like, you're in rhythm, stay in rhythm. It's just the only reason they've sit people is the risk of them getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like unnecessarily playing if there's nothing to play for to advance anymore. You know what I mean? But, on the flip side, good coaches will be like, well, maybe we'll give you guys a couple series. Like I remember Andrew Luck, I lost the Super Bowl years ago, back in 2014. It was week 16. Andrew Luck and the Colts, they were in Dallas, and they were getting spanked by Tony Romo and them. It was like 28-7. Like in the third quarter, they scored another touchdown, and Andrew Luck just couldn't get anything going. They're like, you know what? We already got the division locked up. We're gonna go ahead and sit you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And because that was a different case. They were getting blown out. Like, why go out there and risk yourself getting hurt? You know what I mean? Now, they can just send the house because you have such a commanding lead. You could rush the quarterback a lot. It's just shit like that. So, like, if the game gets out of hand on the Buffalo side, like maybe the Patriots start putting a foot in their ass. Obviously, Pro Football Index has a 41% chance of that happening. I don't see it happening. I think it's more of like a 70-30 thing that the Buffalo Bills kick their ass tonight. Still divisional. They can go out there, punch them in the mouth. New England don't have anything to play for. I doubt they even, like New England, we're not going to see Gilmore. I could see I could even see them putting Stedman out there if Cam Newton can't get going early.
That's what I'm kind of hoping.
And they're like, let's see what we got with Stedman. Here,
with Stidham. Yeah, I feel like if you're the Patriots, you got to kind of start exercising some of your options. I personally do. I'm underneath the belief that Cam Newton's not going to be there anymore. If I'm Buffalo, I'm probably not pulling anyone until after the first two quarters, because I still want guys to stay stretched out. I still want guys to stay limber. I still want you to be accustomed to the use of the game, and I also don't want you to get too comfortable. And maybe also, at the latest, I start pulling guys third quarter.
And see, I don't see that happening still this game, to be honest with you, because they got the Dolphins next week. And what would you want? What's the nightmare scenario that your division rival gets in because you let them get in? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Dolphins play the Bills next week. They don't want their division rival to get in there where it's like, you might have to play them and they know you better than any other team. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
It's definitely a thing of philosophy. It's definitely a thing of ideology. You know what I mean? This is a younger team, young QB, Josh Allen. I mean, you kind of want him to stay hot. You know what I mean? Like, they're obviously not going to get a bye week, so they're going to go straight from week 17 going into the playoffs.
So you and I, we both cook, right? You and I were both very good in the kitchen. Really quick, J Money, we're going to get to that question about your Chiefs in just a second. We're going to talk about some Sunday games. I just want to break down tonight really quick. Yeah. When you are boiling water, okay, you don't take it off too early, like and be like, oh, that's good. No,
you let that thing get going, and then you're like, this is boiling. Now you can throw the noodles in.
I can throw the noodles in. You're not gonna throw the noodles in there that early, mad early, like 2 minutes of it being on the fucking stove. So same analogy. Right now,
you want to say hi to the people? She walked by and she took a look, and I'm like, come on, baby, you want to say hi?
Same analogy. Right now, Josh Allen is doing big things. He's cooking. Don't take him off the stove yet. Let's leave him on there a little bit tonight. I agree with keeping him healthy, and I say, let him play through the first two quarters, maybe first 2 or 3, and then let's pull.
You need me? Hey, hold on real quick. You need me to carry anything, babe?
No, I wanted garlic leader.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. My girl went. It's funny because my girl, she's preggo, obviously, and she likes to use excuses. Like, she loves getting like Cajun. You've seen that. I posted a couple times.
Yeah.
The Cajun style shrimp, the shrimp boils.
Yeah.
And she's like, your daughter.
Cajun,
yeah. She's like, your daughter wanted garlic noodles, and I'm like, shut up. Any excuse to go to that place, my girl's all about it. I'm like,
hey, I'm with this shit. So I feel it.
I know.
We just got one out here, so I'm about to start hitting that joint up.
Yeah. Bust out the parchment paper and go to work.
Go to work, wait.
Feel me? Eat with your hands with that shit.
one of the things that I want to put out. By the way, guys, again, I put that tweet in the chat. Go vote for Rumboyz for best YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Uh,
and tune in live to see the results. This
yes.
is an award show of the people. The people choose the winners. So, Rum Boys and Girls, we encourage you to go out there and vote for us. You know what I'm saying? Especially my man, the Admiral. We are the supporting cast. You know what I'm saying? But we want to see our man's. He built this ship that we're a part of. It's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Notoriety is always great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, hey, we appreciate y'all just for supporting in general. You know what I mean? Even if we don't win. You know
Yeah,
what I
even if
mean?
we don't win, but I mean, we definitely do. Like, even if we don't, but we do.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Win. Hey, all we do is win. You know what I mean?
Win, win. All
You
do
feel me?
is win.
That's
Fuck
all we do.
everything else. Hey, yo, speaking of winning, let's talk about you ready to get in some cash money?
Yeah. Leah, let's knock that out fast because I know that I seen a couple questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
And
see
then
some.
we'll get to the people because I think we can make short work of this breakdown for this game.
So do I. I mean, 163.5 for Cam Newton. I'm gonna
Less.
go less. And then 264.5 for our guy Josh Allen, the Stallion.
I think
Um,
I think we can. You know what's crazy? I think this is gonna be a lower scoring game. You know what I'm saying? But what did they put him at? 240 what?
264.5.
264. I think he has like 240 in him, so I'm gonna go less here. Because this is gonna be a drawn out game. Like every time the Patriots are gonna have the ball, they're gonna run the ball with Dwayne Haskins, Sony Michel, Cam Newton. That's what they're gonna try to do. So you know what I mean? And like this could very well be a field goal game. I'm gonna go with the less. Like if there was a rushing prop for Allen, I would be more intrigued on that. You know what I mean? I still respect this secondary. They're gonna have a bang, even though they're not gonna have Stephon Diggs, you still got the McCourties. You got is Chung still there? Was he one of the guys that opted? I forget. Either way, I still respect their secondary enough that like I think everything will be short and underneath. There won't be too much stretching of the field, especially with a banged up Diggs. Maybe even a banged up Diggs is good enough against no Stephon Gilmore. You know what I mean? So might be wrong there. I'm still gonna go less. I think he has 240, 250 in him.
Hey, Joe said, "Hello, I am new." Hey, Joe, welcome to the channel. And welcome to the stream.
Yep.
Greatly
What
appreciate
up,
you for
Joe?
joining us. Hopefully, you hit that subscribe button and spike that like, buddy. Welcome to the family.
Oh yeah.
Um, Steph's like, I'm kidding. I can't wait. Exactly. No, all good, all good. Rod says that he says under on both. They'll probably try and plug Stidham in. So same thing that you were saying. And then
Yeah.
we do have a bit of a disagreement here. Where Eric, Mr. TJ Antone stand says over on Newton and the under on Allen, in my opinion.
Bro, Newton, he's only won over 200 yards like
I
a few times this year. Let alone
I don't exactly let alone 160,
on
170.
and on this defense too. Like this is a good defense. And who does Cam Newton have? He has N'Keal Harry. He has Jacoby Myers. My baloney has a first name. You know what I mean?
Nah.
I mean, bro, like he really don't. It's just is Julian Edelman back in this game? I don't know.
Like
They got nobody, bro.
exactly.
They're gonna run the ball.
And I do believe in the narratives of guys getting pulled in this game. So I mean, with that being said, and with that being stated, I am going to go double lesses here, just because there is an opportunity. Cam, especially if he starts fucking up early, then Belichick's like, all right, let's start planning for the future.
It's also a necessity here, like when the Bills play
Devin's dead. Pat should start me. I love it.
Whenever it's when the Bills played the Steelers, right? They know what the Steelers are capable of on offense. So they made it a part of the game plan to pile up the points. You know what I mean? I really think this could be a lower scoring game. Like I bet you Vegas got this low scoring too. I bet you it's like 44 points. Like under over. I bet you this is somewhere around the mid 40s. Maybe even less. It might be even like a 41 point.
I was about to get into that next. It's
Yeah.
47.
Wow,
my
that's kind of
I didn't. I
high.
was trying to find the nicest way to be like, he's gonna be pissed when I tell him that his guess was
That's
like,
crazy. Well, I mean, I said I'm only 3 points. I'm a field goal off.
yeah, your field
You know what
goal
I mean?
off.
But like, I just don't see that coming from the Patriots side. They haven't even. They don't pile. Their average points, on offense is not that high. You know what I mean? Like, if Football Index is giving 59% of it, that means over half those points are going to be coming from the Bills. You know what I mean? Like, do the Bills come out and just kick them while they're down? Like, just nail in the coffin? Like, the Patriots are already dead. Now it's time to just, like, now they're the division champs, for 20 years. Here's the Bills now, the newly crowned, AFC East champs. Do we just shit on them? I don't know. I don't see that. I actually think, like, Belichick, he got something for them where it's not going to be that easy of a cakewalk to do that. Like, Belichick's still a great coach. He just got a shitty hand this year. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, they had the most opt-outs on their team. You know what I mean? Like, it's everything. You bring in Cam Newton with like a month before the year starts. Like, there's a lot of things that, like, and to just barely get eliminated in week 15, like mathematically eliminated, I give them respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I
for what they had to deal with, and to be in contention and not be mathematically eliminated all the way up until week 15. That's, you know what I mean?
no, I agree. I absolutely completely agree. Uh, with 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 the Patriot, or okay, how do I put this? I'm trying to think of how I want to articulate this.
I like the under on that 47, by the way.
I,
Clearly.
I like the under a lot too because I think that backups are going to come in, and that's why I want the under. I know that there is someone that's like, you really think that's going to happen? Yeah, I really do think that backups are going to come in, and I think that whenever that comes into place, we're going to see interception city, which I don't fucking want, and I don't need, but
Yeah,
you
because
know,
if Matt Barkley comes in, he's gonna throw a
Matt
pick or two.
fucking Barkley. There's a name I haven't heard in forever. Way to make me feel old.
I mean, 2013, he was a rookie. 2013, you know what I'm saying? He would have been a rookie 2012, but he decided to stay one more year, and then he got hurt his last year in college. Like, he was one of those guys that could have been. He could have been a higher. He could have been a first round pick and it'd be a bust. He definitely had bust in the making. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's a career backup, and that's where he's been. He's been behind. They brought him in 2 years ago, like after his rookie year, because the rookie year was Nathan Peterman and Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? You knew we were gonna see Allen sooner than later when it was Nate Peterman. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, bro. Fucking Nathan Peterman is just terrible. Yes, J Love. Let's try and get that done. Let's definitely get that basketball podcast started.
Yes. Be on the lookout.
But shit, no, man. I like the under on the Patriots. I think that backups do come in.
Can we get weather check too? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
At Foxborough right now, it's looking like 42 degrees. It's looking pretty clear from what I'm seeing here visually. So it looks like it's just pretty much kind of cold, kind of chilly. I want to take Buffalo by 14. I think Buffalo covers.
Yeah, I'll even take them by 10. You know what I mean? Like,
10?
I just think they cover that 7 in general. They win whether it's 8 or 9 or 10. You know what I mean? It don't matter. They're gonna win by 8 or more, I think. And if but I'm not gonna bet that. I would bet the under, and I'll take the Bills. I would parlay it with the Bills money line. You know what I mean? Just parlay the two, because there's people that are gonna think the sharp money is on the Patriots, and like that scares me because a lot of dude, you know how many sharp motherfuckers, brother, sharp money was on the Jets yesterday.
Yeah.
I was terrified to do that. You know what I mean? And that was before the COVID shit happened, and they were like, you know what? Slamming that. That was amazing. Like, people, like, you know what I mean? Because the odds were there to make a lot of money, and all you needed was the cojones. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people lost money on the Colts yesterday because it looked like the Steelers were done.
Looked like the Steelers were
You know
going
what
to
I
be
mean?
done. Yeah,
And
and then
I want to bring that as an example because yes, the Patriots are done, but and in my heart of hearts, my gambling heart, I honestly think the Bills will cover that. I won't bet it though because I don't want to lose money because Belichick's someone who'll be like, we'll keep this game within a field goal. You know what I mean?
yeah, on a fucking, especially on a week 16 type of week style of play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Belichick's a guy. Belichick's a guy. They'll be the number one seed back in the days. Shit we were used to for years. They'll be the number one seed, and Tom Brady and them, they're still gonna play like like well into the third quarter before they're like, all right, sit down. You know what I mean? Like it'll be week 17. They'll still because they are an organization that believes in keeping their guys, fresh and keeping them warm, etc. Right? But this is a different Belichick. You know what I mean? We haven't seen him in this position be mathematically eliminated and be like, okay, well, now they do have an opportunity to see.
Now you have to focus on the draft.
Yeah, and you got to focus on the pieces you got right now. Like, maybe they see a King, or is it Keem? What's the tight end? Like, they haven't really got him.
King?
Yeah, they haven't really got him in the mix at all. Like, do they got to see what they got with him real quick?
I feel like you should.
Yeah, you got 2 weeks left to do it. Yeah, you're out of contention, so you know what I mean. I mean, Stedham or whatever the fuck his name is, bro. Like, yeah, that's why I love. I feel like smash the under on Cam Newton, whether or not he plays the whole game or not. You know what I mean?
Eric says there's no way that the Bills are covering.
Okay, well, I just said that. Like, I would rather not. I listen. When it comes to betting, you know what I mean. Anything that seems surefire. Think again. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't put money on that. I do like the Bills to win this, and I like the under. Then that's where I go get the money. Let's go parlay that. Two-leg parlay. You know what I mean? I'll do that. Even though it's not a lot of money in a Bills money line, still though, if I parlay that with the under, I can
walk away with what?
Yeah, like 2.5.
500?
Like
2.5, yeah.
Like 2.5 times my bread. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So, I like that.
Yeah, because depending on whatever you slap on the under, I mean, on the money line, you drop 285, you can make 345. So.
Yeah. It depends on the site too, whatever the odds are.
Right. Yeah. So on and so forth. Yeah. Right. I'm talking, just general math, basic shit. So I mean that's what you guys are looking at mathematically tonight. Now let's get into what. Me and you, we both love. Of course, guys, we love the math. We love the analytics. We spend our whole fucking day calling each other, calling the rest of the panel, talking and discussing in a group chat, staring at graphs, analytics, all the stuff.
Watching film. That's what I do. That's my Mondays. Monday mornings, I get up early, watch the games that I didn't really get to pay attention to. Like, I look at numbers like, okay, how the fuck did he do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, was that 20? Like, I actually watched the Sunday Nighter in its entirety because I was just watching Derrick Henry just fucking fail me. You know what I mean? But it's like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you just looked at the numbers, you'd be like, oh, he almost got 100 yards. Yeah, but on how many attempts? 20 plus attempts. You know what I mean? He had 10 attempts, 10 rushes for, 3 yards and under. Like, that's not good. You know what I mean? Then when you look how they stopped them, it's just like, that's why I watch film. Like, let's go see
exactly
how those numbers came about. Yeah, you know what I mean?
So I mean, we're gonna now kind of get into some narratives. We broken down the analytics. We've kind of gotten into the numbers and what we both believe could very well happen tonight. Eric says the Bills only won by 3 and should have lost the first time. Bills have nothing to pay for.
Yeah, but that was the last time. This is this time.
Yeah, this is this time. Yeah, Cam just had a good game and is playing for a job in 2021. Backups for Buffalo are going.
When was he not playing a job? He was playing for a job the entire time.
Playing for a job the entire year. Like if I'm Cam Newton and if your excuse that you're going to go out there, you're going to show your ass tonight to show that you can be something for another team.
Why didn't you do it when you were competing for to get the playoffs? You know what I mean? Where it's like
where it really would have fucking counted.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, like, Cam, it's funny about Cam, too, specifically Cam, like, his playoff resume is not that great.
No. I mean,
You know
you
what I
had
mean?
the season where you made it to the Super Bowl and then you just choked. Then
Yeah.
Von Miller and
On
the
the
team
big
was just too
stage.
much. Yeah,
On the big stage, you choked. You know what I mean? When you look at the year, even the prior years to him getting into it. You know what I mean? Like the next, or even the year after, 2017, 2016 they missed it, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
2017 they got in there with Christian McCaffrey. You know what I mean? They beat the Saints. Then they went on to lose to Seattle, if I remember that correctly. You know what I mean? Like even that year that they went in, to the Super Bowl, they beat Seattle, then beat the Cardinals. Two hot teams. You know what I mean? Then you get into a team that's defensive orientated, like the Broncos, and he got destroyed. You know what I mean? And you had 2 weeks to game plan. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like you didn't have time.
Even back in when you can go back to early days with Ron Rivera. They got into the playoffs the 2014 season. They're one of the top seeds. They were one of the this is when they had two teams that get a bye week. They had a bye week. They're coming off the divisional matchup. They played the Cardinals, and they had no. I think it was it was Drew. What was his name? Drew Stanton. I think
Yeah,
it was Drew Stanton because Carson Palmer went down late in the year. Like it was like, they had this cakewalk. Then he played my Niners. We went over to Carolina and we stumped him. You know what I mean? We stumped his ass out. You know what I mean? Like it's like, so Cam Newton, he needs, he's gonna need a real team around him with a solid defense, like to be successful because he's not a good passer in this day and age. You know what I mean? In his career.
He's definitely an interesting specimen from the standpoint of you're a baller, you're an athlete, you're an athlete's athlete for sure. Where does the
Where did
GOAT
his mechanics
team
go?
take
You see
over?
how he throws the ball? He has
Well,
like
I
a
more so
gigantic windup nowadays. Like
I'm
what
more
happened?
so I'm more so concerned myself with where is the gusto, where does the heart come into play to where you
Where's the
can
moxie?
yeah, where's the fucking moxie? Where it's like, when it's all on the line and we really got to get some shit popping. Where is that? I need to be able to see that. I have to see that. So not getting that out of Cam Newton. It's how do I
Look at
say
the
it?
team. Look at the
It's
teams they beat this
puzzling.
year.
It's puzzling. It's puzzling.
They beat the Jets, and the Jets were in that game on a Monday nighter,
Mm.
right? They almost lost to the Bills the first time, right? It was a snow game, low scoring. They all they beat up on the Cardinals. The defense had a lot to do with that. They beat up on the Chargers. There was a defensive score and a special team score. You know what I mean? He had his best passing game yardage wise against the Seahawks, but everybody does, unless your name's Jared Goff. You know what I mean? But everybody passes on them. He went for like 390. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was doing what he was supposed to do against bad teams. Any kind of I'll give it to them. They almost beat the Bills, but I'd say that's divisional because they know that team. You know what I mean? They beat the Dolphins, but that was also Ryan Fitzpatrick made a couple key mistakes, and they almost made it back in that game. I don't know. I just think Cam Newton, I think a place like he needs to go to a place like, damn, I don't even think he fits with. I don't even think he fits with the Steelers anymore. I was thinking like Steelers, but Big Ben might not even leave anymore. Like, I don't know where Cam fits these days.
What?
Oh, sorry. Did you
That's
hear
okay.
that? Were you able to hear that?
A little bit.
Fucking fuck.
It wasn't nothing. It sounded like it just sounded like a vocal coming out of a phone.
Yeah, it was goddamn LQ. I'm trying to freaking get this damn video pulled so that we can air it at the end.
Nice.
Yeah. So as you see, I'm already like pulling like producer Robbie like over here. Yeah, I'm trying to stash this down so that we can fucking get
I
it.
think Cam is gonna be a backup somewhere, cause like what? I mean, unless like Ryan Pace does something stupid and is like they let go of Trubisky and they're like, let's bring over Cam Newton. You know what I mean? And then that's not gonna work out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think, bro, his best bet is to just stay with the Patriots. I would assume.
His best bet is likely
To
yes
take
to stay with the
take not
Pats.
a lot of money.
But I don't think that he suits up for the Patriots again. I do think that a team maybe takes a flyer on Cam. I don't think
He
that
goes in as a backup. You think he would do that first?
I don't.
Exactly.
He didn't want to do it this
Exactly.
past season, but he's gonna have to.
I mean,
I think
bro,
he's gonna
like
have to compete
where?
for a job.
Like, okay, what other quarter? Maybe he goes to be a
Maybe he
backup.
goes to be a backup in Washington.
No, I was gonna say maybe. I was gonna say, see, Washington, he might fuck around and be the starter. But you know what though? If it's Ron Rivera, he knows his
Oh, Ron
flaws.
Rivera does not
He
want
don't. He
anything to
wouldn't
do with
want that.
him
He
no
know
more. Yeah,
exactly. You know what I mean? Like he knows where he's flawed. You know what I mean? Like, you know, even though he could walk in and know the system. You know what I mean? And theoretically, but I think with Ron Rivera, this is his last hurrah as a coach. Where his stint over here in Washington. So I don't think he's gonna want to like. He tried the Cam Newton thing. And Cam Newton wasn't his choice neither. He came over there to Carolina. Cam Newton was already there.
yep.
So you know what I mean? Like he dealt with what he had. So and now they got rid of Dwayne Haskins. This is their opportunity to actually pick who they want to work with. So like you said to me earlier off air, you were like, I think we can get another journeyman. And I like
Yeah, I
that.
mean, because
You know what I mean? Like,
that's a very it's not even a Rivera thing as more so as that shit is a Dan Schneider thing. And I think that Dan Schneider has kind of woken up to that. Like I think he's done with the rookies and stuff
I'm
like
like,
that.
Cam's got to go somewhere where the style of play is already in play. So,
Mm.
like, they could probably be like, all right, Robert Griffin III, screw you, get the fuck out of here, and then bring in Cam as a backup to Lamar. You know what I mean? Like, I could see that. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
Like, because I don't see Cam getting starter money anywhere.
No, I don't think he gets starter money
and then
anywhere. He didn't do good enough this year to get starter money
And
anywhere.
like this is a passing league this year. I mean, this day and age, it's a passing league, and it also is a mobile QB league this year. Like a lot of people are looking for that, that double threat. And like if I was to look at a passer that's available, I would probably look at a Jameis Winston before I would ever look at a Cam Newton.
J Love says, in my opinion, Washington goes all in on Zach Wilson. I mean, I could see
He's
that.
putting Zach Wilson there. Don't do it to me. J
Bro,
Love.
you know when J
J
Love
Love's
said
so
some
good.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's too good, man. He's just, I want him for my Niners. My Niners were sending scouts out to every one of his games this year.
But, I mean, like I said, Washington's been burned by two rookie QBs in drafts, RG3
Yeah, Bob Griffin
and,
III.
and Dwayne. So can you afford to put yourself through that heartbreak again? Or do you take a break from that heartbreak? I think that is a psychological thought process that the front office of Washington is asking themselves, especially after the release of one Dwayne Haskins, which, by the way, that did happen today, and I'm very happy.
I think Scott Turner.
Sam Darnold to Washington football team, LOL.
He knows I was going to piss you off.
That was Steffi that just hit me with that one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this, bro. I just don't think. I think the New York Jets are crazy enough that they're not even gonna draft Justin Fields, that they'll trade back and accumulate more assets and then rock with Darnold because he's basically for free right now. You know what I mean? Like he got one more year before they choose to pick up. They have to say they're gonna pick up his option. So you know what I mean? Like I seriously see that. And call me crazy, they probably don't even fire Gaze, bro.
I can see them not firing Gaze. Like, I can see them sticking with Darnold and not firing Gaze.
That's sad.
Oh, wow, Stephanie literally said they should keep Darnold. Honestly, he's been playing fine since he came back. See, wow, like that's crazy. Like, I love when analysts agree with each other. Like when it's like, oh, like we think alike. Like Bogart, I've been saying, this is so fuck. I love it. I love it.
I'm saying though, like, and man, here's the thing, he just hasn't. I mean, Jay Love has said this before, Jake actually specifically has said this before. Like, man, hey, they need more chance. Like, you can't just kind of move on from these young QBs. Like, this is going to be his fourth year in 2021. If you could put pieces around him, which they've never done, you know what I mean? Then that'll give you a proper year of a season analysis. Like, all right, yeah, you don't got it. You know what I mean? We put all these fucking pieces around you. You know, maybe because they don't have a legit line. You know what I mean? Like statistically, even though they did a lot of things to address the line, I mean, I don't know, man. The Jets just might be just one of those places.
I'm with that narrative as well, as where I could see that Gase could still be there. I think he's still going to be there.
The Browns organization, they made a conscious effort to put pieces around him last year, and the year before that, they brought in Jarvis Landry. You know, they drafted Nick Chubb. Then last year, you know what I'm saying, they bring over OBJ. And then they were like, okay, this shit is not working. Like, even though the run game's working, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna bolster the line, and we're gonna get rid of you, Freddie Kitchens, and we're gonna bring in goddamn Kevin Stefanski. And look, they're a 10-win team right now. So you can't tell me that like this kid didn't have it. He just didn't have the right pieces in place. And even when they did put the pieces, the one key piece was the head coach. We need a better coach here that could help develop this kid. Like, okay, Scott Turner. His dad is Norv Turner. I've seen them Norv Turner in the 90s. He did his thing with Troy Aikman. Before that, Troy Aikman was bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, maybe Scott Turner learned a thing or two from his pops, and like, you know, maybe they could, if they did get Sam Darnold, they could be like, or maybe Trubisky. Like, I really feel like if Trubisky was with Shanahan right now, Trubisky is dope. You know what I mean? Because Shanahan's a great enough coach that. Like, the jury's still out to me on Cliff Kingsbury. I don't know if he's a good coach that could develop a young QB. Maybe he's just a better offensive coordinator than he is a head coach. You know what I mean? Like they kind of become one-dimensional when you can't get.
No, we're typing in all caps for that promo. Keep going.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying? Like I could listen. One more. If the Cards don't make the playoffs this year, Cliff Kingsbury's on the hot seat next year. You know what I mean? That's going to be his lame duck year. He's going to need to get them in the playoffs. It's like playoffs or bust for them next year for Cliff Kingsbury. You know what I mean? Matt Nagy, it's going to be the saddest thing if the Bears can get into the playoffs, because then they'll probably keep on Nagy and Ryan Pace for one more year. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know what I mean? Because then that's kind of, is it fool's gold? You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's a lot of that's why a lot of these good coaches, they get locked in for, you know, like they extended Shanahan. They're like, we can't let this guy leave. You know, Sean McVay, he got a great. The stupid organizations like the Raider organizations, they're like, let's go get a retread who didn't even coach for hella years. Let's pull him out of the booth and give him 100 M's for 10 years. And now you're going to be fucked. They're not going to get in the playoffs again. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're so old school, like, I don't think any of these young coordinators, these young offensive minds are going to want to go there and be under a Gruden. Like, they're kind of pigeonholed right now, unless Gruden can, they can get into playoffs and make some noise, but they're going to need help for other teams losing, because they're all but out right now. You know what I mean? Like, look at the NFC East. The NFC East might be dangerous next year because you got Joe Judge.
The NFC East could be vastly improved, but the NFC East could also be very well in the exact same spot.
But I'm just saying, because you got Joe Judge. You got Joe Judge there. You know what I mean? He turned that defense around. They're going to make noise next year. If they get into the playoffs, bro, their defense is dangerous. You know what I mean? You know, like I said, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying next year. You know, the Washington football team, they might be just a quarterback away. You know what I mean? Maybe some depth on the defense. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Droopy Lurks Gruden is an idiot.
Yeah.
This we know.
Look at his haircut. That's a man who consciously chooses that. You know what I mean? Give me the bowl cut. You know what I mean? Like, let's go with that. That's never gone out of style. You know what I mean? Like, you can learn a lot about a person. Like, I don't know, man. It's fun. It's funny to me. Like, it's laughable,
bro.
Like, okay, how about this? Kicking the ball out of the end zone.
How about this? Not being able to fucking do math. Okay, when you should.
Yeah.
Some people are like, "Oh,
run the touchdown in."
Yeah, run the fucking touchdown in. You go up, bro. Like,
and then don't kick the ball when you kick the ball off after the extra point. You kick the ball off. Don't kick it out of the back of the end zone and stop the clock. You know what I mean? maybe try to land that thing, even if it pooch kick it as best as you can, even if that motherfucker rolls to the 30 or it gives it a Miami friendly bounce, it's still going to be taking time off the clock when that ball is bouncing around and your guys are going to retrieve it. You know what I mean? Like it's bad coaching over there. They got a lot of talent too.
Nice. Yeah, no, I agree. I just got word that on a different award show, not the one that we're doing tomorrow.
Cool.
We are going to be we're being nominated for a let's see, best website of the year.
Cool.
So rumboys.com.
That's dope, man. Shout out to Miles and J Love, man, because they're the guys that got that thing running smooth, man. Like they're the ones behind the scenes doing all that. The bro. Like there's a lot of work that goes on that people don't know.
So I will
shout out to them, man.
Yeah, I will be hitting those two up, and those two will be hitting the acceptance speech along with me, and yeah.
Say.
So we'll be going on Tyler Moss's award show, the 2020 Fantasy Football Season Fantasy Content Creator Awards.
Cool. Shout out to Tyler Moss, man. How's he been?
He's been pretty good. Possibly going to be coming. He might be signing. So we'll talk later. But yeah. Droopy Lurks says, "Do you guys think Diggs will have 15 plus tonight?" I think so. But I think it's going to come early. I think
you don't want him to score a touchdown. Because you think about this, 7 catches, 80 yards, 8 catches, 70 yards, that's already 15. You know what I mean? I think he'll be limited, might even be a decoy, because he is banged up right now. And so I think the snap count could be a real thing, because even though it was precautionary for him to leave on a cart, that was stupid of them to have him out there in the fourth quarter against the Broncos like that. They were smacking him. You know what I mean? So I don't think they'll put him further at risk when you already your star receiver who's leading the league in receptions right now.
And you're bringing back John Brown tonight, so
yeah, and you have Gabriel Davis, and you have all the tight ends. Like they use every one of their tight ends. So I don't think if Diggs is out there, I think he's partly decoy. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a George Kittle situation where when George Kittle came in on Saturday's game, he was very limited, but when he was out there on the field, they're like, all right, we're going to you. You know what I mean? Like, Diggs is going to be out there to take away whichever McCourty they stick on.
Exactly, yeah. Not the fake Brady. Only needs 67 from Allen, and B's in the trap. So I'm pretty screwed.
Man, I've been there.
If they pull Allen, so I'm gonna keep this thing all the way 1,000 out with you, not the fake Brady. If they pull Allen, yes, you're probably going to be screwed because you may not get the same numbers that you're expecting out of Allen.
But also the level of competition in this game might not be necessary. You know what I mean? Like, I think if Allen does all his damage, it's going to come quick.
Droopy Lurch, you need 13 from Diggs. I think that's definitely within your wheelhouse. Like I don't think that's far fetched by any means.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's 70 yards, 6 catches. You know what I mean? I mean, it's his availability. Like do they have him as questionable going into this game? I don't have any Diggs, so I haven't been paying attention this week. Because we didn't do like an injury show or anything like we normally do. So I wasn't aware of his practice.
Yeah, no. Things were a little bit different this week. He is healthy. He's not questionable. He should be good to go.
So then so scratch everything I was saying about his snap count. Then you know what I mean. Maybe he's gonna get a full complement, barring the game getting out of hand, and they're like, all right, you're done. You just gotta hope that when the game gets out of hand in their favor, it's Diggs is involved in.
Not the fake Brady. P.S. Eat a dick, Mike Evans. Hashtag why the rum is always fucking gone, bro.
I mean, Mike Evans went completely ham, so I'm assuming that he was on the opposite end of Mike Evans this week.
Yeah, I definitely.
And of course, when you're looking at Mike Evans in your opponent's lineup going into the championship, you're like, I ain't tripping. He ain't done shit all year. He's been fucking hit or miss, and he hit big. And you know what's crazy is that they're trying to get him the record. They're trying to get him into the. It's like the most I think it'll be seven seasons of 1,000 yards. He's like 40 yards away. So they were trying to get it to him that last game against Detroit. So like if they sit Brady in them this week coming up, I bet you Mike Evans will still be out there trying to get that. He has like 40 more yards to get 1,000, and then he'll be in the company of like the Jerry Rices and you know what I mean.
And that's yeah, I could see that. I could see
Yeah.
that. Droopy said, "You guys play Madden? I have not played Madden in a couple of months.
I haven't played Madden in years.
Yeah, it's actually been a hot minute. But yeah, when I get my new PS5, whenever I get my PS5, I'll probably hop back up on that thing. But I haven't gamed in forever. I'm too busy podcasting, dog.
Yeah, man. Man, shout out to all the gamers though, man, because what I'm saying, motherfuckers is getting a bag off of gaming. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The gaming channels, etc. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same. Like, listen, if we were doing a gaming joint, I'd be gaming. You know what I mean? Like, we do a fantasy joint because we play fantasy. You know what I mean?
I'd be out there, dog.
You feel me?
For real. So I mean, nah. But I mean, we if we were, if we were on the Maddens, y'all would know. Y'all be getting y'all asses kicked. Arian says they weren't benching anyone. When?
He's talking about which game?
I don't know. I'm not sure what. Is he talking about upcoming? Because they yeah. I think he's talking about the next upcoming game.
For the Bucks?
Yeah.
They're gonna bench Brady.
Yeah, exactly. Brady always gets benched.
They'll probably let Brady get a series.
Yeah, he gets benched every fucking practically like every week 17 he'll play a series and he gets benched and he gets ready.
They punch their ticket into the dance. They're gonna play whoever wins the NFC East. You know what I mean? They don't need Brady in this next game. They're gonna keep everybody else gonna play. Brady's the only one they bench and Fournette. They're like, let's get Keyshawn Vaughn in the mix. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and even Gronk stayed out there the entirety of the game. You know what I mean? Well, actually, Gronk was out like fourth quarter, but yeah, they started off that third quarter. Everybody was out there except Brady and Fournette. Obviously, Fournette for injury reasons. You know what I mean? Like that guy gets banged up, so like they need him for the stretch. Like if they're gonna have to go into cold areas because they're not gonna host any home games in the playoffs, so they're gonna be on the road. You're gonna need a motherfucker like Fournette, who's a bruiser back and could be. He's that type. And then at the same time, they are like, let's get Keyshawn Vaughn, the rookie, involved because, and then Rojo, when they get Rojo back, so they have 3 running backs that they could possibly make a run with. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sleep on Tom Brady and them, man. You know what I mean? Making a run here because they do got a good defense. Their secondary is mad questionable. But I think them resting Brady is something that, like,
it's highly probable.
Yeah, and New England, they didn't do that a lot. Even with things being wrapped up, they'd still have him playing like well within like 3 quarters of a game. You know what I mean? Maybe 2.5 quarters of a game, because that was their philosophy over there. I think Bruce Arians is like, all right, look here, Jack, we can't risk you. And then at the same time, Brady's like, hell yeah, give me all the time off. Brady's the type. He don't need to be. He's always in rhythm in that sense. It's really the receivers around him. You know what I mean? Like they were literally learning on the fly, getting to know each other all year. You know what I mean? Like camp. Look at his camp. His camp, both Evans and Godwin were banged up, so he didn't even get a full camp with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's why he had early rapport with Scotty Tuhati. You know what I mean?
I think that it's going to be super interesting to see what happens in regards to the Bucks in the playoffs. They've been hot this year, and then they go cold, and they'll go hot. I think they're starting to figure out things with Antonio Brown. So I'm curious to see what'll happen with them.
They got beat up by the playoff teams this year. They got beat up by the Chiefs. Got beat up by the Rams. They got beat up by the Packers.
Yeah, I'm scared
beat
for
up by the
Chiefs.
Saints twice.
Yeah. I'm scared for the Chiefs after that embarrassing game against the Falcons. I wouldn't be scared. I wouldn't be scared. The Falcons have actually played decent ball down the stretch, and
ever since they fired Dan Quinn, Raheem Morris came in and started really getting that defense They really got their defense playing. You know what I mean? Like, and they're they didn't have Tyreek Hill. They did have him, but had him. He was on a snap count.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And bro, like it was just one of those things, man. Like they might have slept on that game. To be honest, we've seen that a lot. Listen, the Falcons last year, one of the Niners went 13-3 last year. We lost to the Seahawks, we lost to the Ravens, and we lost to the Falcons. That Falcons one was, we might have slept on them. They came into our house and beat us. You know what I mean? I kind of viewed it the same way. You know what I mean? The Falcons almost pulled one off in Kansas City. You know what I mean? And second half, Mahomes was like, all right, I gotta do what I do. I gotta bring us back. You know what I mean? And it came down to the wire. It was kind of a thriller. You know what I mean? It wasn't a fantasy friendly game at all. So a lot of people that were depending on Gage, or depending on if you're depending on Travis Kelce or Calvin Ridley, you were okay because they did their thing. You know what I mean? If you're depending on Mahomes, he had like an average day at best, like below average for a Mahomes, where you're used to in fantasy.
Fantasy, exactly. Yeah, where
You know
he's
what I mean?
actually gonna do some shit and go all.
Remember, I was like, I took the under on him.
I mean, this week, a lot of QBs went and
bro, Andy
became
Dalton
human.
was,
a lot of people went and became human today.
Andy
this
Dalton,
week.
bro, was like what, top 3 this week? 3 touchdowns, 340 some yards. Brady 4 touchdowns, 340 some yards. So we expected that out of Brady. You know what I mean? People that are depending on Josh Allen, I'm sorry if Josh Allen doesn't ball out tonight, but it's like, it's the name of the game. It's divisional. Look at, I started Jalen Hurts over Justin Herbert. He only put up like 4 more points than Herbert, but it was still the right play because Herbert went out and didn't do well at all. You know what I mean? Like he didn't play bad. He just didn't have a Herbert day that we're used to. You know what I mean? Like
typical Herbert shit.
What's his name, bruh? Russell Wilson and Jared Goff were bad.
You guys got Mahomes or Rodgers for MVP?
Oh, Rodgers, bruh. Why is this a question?
I want to go Rodgers.
Like why? Like listen.
But Tyreek Hill and Mahomes are just so is Devontae Adams and Rodgers. Is like
the closest to Devontae Adams and Rodgers connection is Travis Kelce and Mahomes. Like they're just automatic. You know what I mean? And I will say this. With Aaron Rodgers, bro, I'm gonna look at the interceptions to touchdown ratio. They're not that far off, but Aaron Rodgers has how many on the year? 3? 2? He has 3 or 4 interceptions this year?
Rodgers? I think like 3 or 4. I think like 4.
Yeah, and he has 44 passing touchdowns. He has like a handful of rushing touchdowns, like 3 on the year. You know what I mean? Like those numbers are shitting on Mahomes. Mahomes got him more on the passing yards, I think. But still, I think isn't Rodgers around like 4,500 right now? Like, what are we doing here? This guy's phenomenal.
Yeah, Kelce is insane. Not the fake Brady. Doesn't Kelce lead the league in receiving yards or something? Yeah, fucking Kelce has been insane. That is the pinnacle of the tight end position. I don't think that we are ever in our lives going to see a tight end do what Kelce has done over the tenure of his career.
What is that? He has the record now for most consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, and he's had this record started. This streak started with Alex Smith, so this is before Mahomes came in. You know what I mean? And now it's just like it's a surefire thing. Matter of fact, I think Travis Kelce, he jumps up into like there's gonna be crazy motherfuckers that are gonna drafting him in the back of the first round next year in fantasy. You know what I mean? Like, and I wouldn't argue it that much. It's a position that's very scarce, gives you stupid dominance at the position against your opponents.
Yep. Jake, that is very true. Rodgers is having the best year TD to interception ratio.
Yeah, I just said that.
Or since 2000, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I don't know. I think he's a shoo-in, and I think they're gonna. It's a game they still have to play against Chicago, even though they because they didn't lock. They locked up the division a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? But still, they still gotta beat the Bears, because if they lose to the Bears and the Seahawks do what they do their job against the Niners, and Drew Brees does their job against whoever the fuck they're playing. Drew Brees, if that scenario happens where the Seahawks win, the Packers lose, and the Saints win, the Saints are the number one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If there's a scenario where the Saints lose next week, and the Packers lose, and the Seahawks win, the Seahawks are the number one seed. So they're not going to rest their guys unless they go out, handle business, 4 touchdowns in the first half type of shit, and they're like, all right, we're good. You know what I mean? Sit everyone down. Like, they're going to go out there. They still got to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, Rodgers, I'm saying this, Rodgers is not done. He might fuck around and have 48 touchdowns by the end of the year. You know what I mean?
We'll have to see. It's definitely gonna be. It's definitely gonna be tough. It's definitely gonna be tough. But I'm interested to see.
Yeah, here's what I'm saying. Like, if it was just based on looking at the numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and like, and in this day and age, like a lot of players, or actually not even players, who you know, people that vote, like Chris Collinsworth is one of the people that votes, right? Like guys like that, you know what I mean, that are in the voting committee, right? You know, they're probably going to give it to Rodgers. You know
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, but Mahomes is also the face of the NFL now, the young guy, yada yada yada. So we have to take those things into account. Let's go ahead. Let's. Does anyone see any way possible that the Bills will trade Josh Allen to the Broncos? No.
No. Why would they do that? They already have the poor man's Josh Allen, Drew Lock.
No, that's not even. No, they're
no, they would never do that.
No, Josh Allen. What? No.
Anyways,
let's go ahead. Let's get ready to wrap up this show. Guys, head over into the lobby for our next stream tonight. We are going to be calling the game for Rumday Night Football, so I'll be getting that all called and taken care of for you guys tonight. I'll be your commentator extraordinaire. What the fuck? I love the chat where when someone just say something like the chat's like, what?
Yeah, I mean,
he said, "I can dream." Oh gosh, yeah, we do.
Okay, yeah, you can dream. Like I said, I'm not gonna knock on anybody's dreams, but the question was, is there any chance? Like, no, there's no chance.
Hell no.
Listen, I'm a Niner fan. That'd be awesome. Can we get Josh Allen? No, Josh Allen's a career Buffalo Bill. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, that's safe to say.
You know what I mean?
Let's go ahead. Let's wrap. Bogart, where can they find you?
They can find me right here, and they can also find me at the GMM Network on IG and Twitter. And you can subscribe to the GMM Network on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be dropping new. We took a holiday hiatus. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely We're gonna drop some kind of recap show this next couple of days. I'm gonna bring on the Admiral. You know what I mean? And we're just gonna talk shit. You feel me?
Hell yeah. You guys can follow me at Rumboyz ZNET on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure that you guys vote for us for the YouTube channel of the year over on Twitter.
Yeah.
I've been posting a link to that in the chat, so make sure you guys click it. You guys go and vote. If you have a freaking damn Twitter account, go and click the link. I will drop it. I will drop this link again. I'm going to drop it one more time. Click it. Hang on. Oh, my gosh. What the fuck? There we go. Boom. It's not. I hate fucking phones, bro, sometimes. I hate my phone. It's like, hold up. Clipboard. Paste. There we go. All right. There's the motherfucking link. Go ahead and click that thing. And vote for the Rumboyz. Hit the like button and also comment Rumboyz in all caps. Other than that, we greatly appreciate you guys. We love the fuck out of you guys. I'll see you guys on the very next stream here in the next 5 minutes. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly. We love and appreciate all of you. Peace.
Peace.
Holy shit.